Hey guys, I'm so excited to talk to you today about using Google Earth. It's got so many great resources that are on it that students can access, and they can look at all these different locations all around the world that it brings learning to life because they can use a real-time satellite photo to see what these places look like. And this can be used for current events, this can be used for geography, this can be used about places you're reading in English language arts. So there's a lot of different ways that teachers can use Google Earth to bring certain places to life for students. But what I'm going to show you first is I want to show you how to create a Google project. In a Google project, you can select specific places all around the world for students to visit. And in each one of those places, there's a little bit of information that pops up so they can actually find some facts about those places as well. So to start, we are going to hit the Create button. But if you want to get right into this, you would click right over here is what it looks like when you get into Google Earth, and you click on Projects, and then you will hit Create Project in Google Drive. We're going to title this project Mountain Ranges. So what we're going to do here is we're going to now hit the search key because we have this project title ready to go. We hit the back button, it's right there. So the first mountain range I would want to look up is going to be the Appalachian Mountains. So if you start typing it, it'll pop up there and it'll take you to your first spot. And once you are happy with where it's taken you, you can take a peek. There's a marker there. You hit Add to Project. But before you do that, I want to point out this little bit of information here too. This is really great because students can kind of look at this. They can hit More Info, and when they hit More Info, another window will pop up, and it's got some great facts on here, things that you could have them point out or talk about. So that's just another really cool feature of Google Earth when you go to different places. So we'll hit the back button to get back out of that. And we'll go ahead now and hit Add to Project. So when we add this to project, you want to make sure you select the correct project to save it to. So in this case, we have Mountain Ranges, so that's where we want it to save. Then you're going to hit the Save button. When it saves, the marker turns a different color. So when we want to change that, because right now we're doing mountain ranges, so I want to stick with a green color so that the mountain ranges are all a green color. So you can change that marker. You can choose different markers that you want to use. For this instance, we're just going to keep it with what they usually use, which is a little circle in the center. All right, so we have Appalachian Mountains. Now I want to try a different spot that's different, a little further around the world. So we're going to type in the Himalayas. Okay, and there it pops up, Himalayas. And then that brings us right to our next location here, the Himalaya Mountain Range. So again, we've got that little bit of information here. We're going to click Add to Project. You'll notice the marker will change a different color. And since we want to keep it all the same, I'll switch it to that green. So now that is now the second place on our project. So just for purposes, we're going to add a third place, and I want to use the Andes Mountains. Mountain range in South America is what we're looking for. So this will be our third stop. And Google Earth brings us now to the Andes Mountains. Again, you have that nice little bit of information here. We're going to go ahead and click Add to Project. And that marker will then change a different color. So again, I want to keep it all the same. So I'm going to switch it to that green. Now since I'm only doing 3 projects, I'm happy with where I'm at. So now to preview the project, we're going to hit the back button here. And we're going to hit Present because I want to see what this is going to look like for my students. So this would be what the students would see when you go to present this to them or share it with them. So right down here you have the table of contents. If you click on that, it shows the 3 different spots that you're going to go to. And then students can either click on them or they can use the arrow keys here to go through each one. So that way they know where they're headed next. When they hit the next button, you'll see that it switches that little content area here. Google Earth brings them right to it in the screen. And then they can go to the third project. And that will switch them all the way over to the next place that you want them to go. And then it brings them in. And that is how you know your Google project is ready to go. I hope you guys find this useful, and I am excited to find out about all the different uses that you think of for your students.